Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Please feel free to use the chat. Tell us who you are, where you're from. Let me know that you can hear us and see us. We want to make sure that everyone gets this message today. So we have a few corporate updates that we're going to share with you. And then as always, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get to ask our founder, Justin Belababa, questions, and he gives you the answers. So I'm super excited, you guys. We have less than 100 tickets available for our Vegas event. You guys have done an amazing job sharing our event out with others, and we're super stoked for you. So if you have not yet registered, you now have the opportunity to stay for free. Your favorite four-letter word, free. So all you have to do is go to Royalty Vegas, stay free. There's the siren. We're so excited about that. So go to Royalty Vegas, stay free.now. .site. If someone would do me a favor and put it in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. If you cannot hear us, make sure that you refresh your screen or tell people in the comment section to refresh their screen so that they can hear it. Okay, I see people answering. Registered. There should be people hearing us. So Royalty Vegas, stay free.now. .site, you now have the opportunity to stay for free. So make sure that you get registered. Less than 100 tickets available. We will see you November 23rd in Vegas for our first annual Royalty Convention. Also today, you should be getting an email in the next day or so with some great digital assets that you can use. They say Royalty Founding Affiliate for those that have registered. Make sure that you're using them. They're amazing. You can use them on your landing pages to overlay on your profile picture if you want to as well. We did them Canva style so that you have the opportunity to use them how you wish. So I'm super excited for that. Make sure that you are using them and you have the opportunity to be our founding affiliates by attending and registering for that event. We look forward to seeing you all November 23rd in Vegas. Make sure that you register and stay for free at Royalty Vegas, stayfree.now. Site. We have an amazing lineup of speakers as well. We have some great things planned for that event. The night before, we have some VIP sessions that we have for our Giraffe, saying that right, Giraffe Club members. Worked on that word. For our Giraffe Club members, we have a great meet and greet. We also have a meet and greet for our VIP Platinum and above Friday night as well. And then we have our general session on Saturday, all day Saturday. We have great speakers flying in. We will talk about and release Royalty AI, some things that you've never seen before being shared at that event as well. So super excited for you all. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hand it right on over to you, Justin.
Yes, thank you. Hey, everybody. So we were 100 tickets as of when we announced that yesterday. Now we're about 50, maybe less. Yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't wait. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, people are posting the wrong URL. Okay.
Okay.
It's
let me see it right on the screen.
All right. Perfect.
Royalty.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Royalty Vegas. Stay free. .now.site. Okay. So yeah, like we have a ton to do obviously between now and then, but we are continuing to roll out significant improvements to the existing system as well. So I guess the next big thing, video content. So you're taking advantage of the content marketing, of course, with the database of articles that we have, but we are adding video as kind of the next major enhancement. So that's coming very, very soon. Of course, we rolled out PayPal this week. We have that for our as well for everybody, but especially for our friends in Europe. We have that double opt-in GDPR compliance like checkbox thingy. So that I think, I don't know, today, tomorrow, Monday. So yeah, so we still have a lot of cool stuff coming. We have an app update for iPhone as well that we have to make a couple of changes in response to some feedback we got from Apple. But so there's still, there's not going to be like tons of major features before November 23rd, because that's the biggest thing we've ever released, and there's a lot of work to do for that, as you can imagine. But we are still moving ahead on a number of pretty cool initiatives. But the reason we're here is not to talk about stuff it's to hear your questions. So let's get to your questions. Ask anything and everything that is on your mind, and we will answer every single question that you post.
So can you just give us a quick overview of what Royaltie AI is?
Sure. So AI, of course, stands for artificial intelligence. Basically, what we are doing is we are taking our amazing marketing toolkit, where you can today build a website, you can build an online ad, you can build an email marketing campaign, you can build social media posts and content marketing posts, and more, right? You can manage your team, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So we're taking all those tools, and we're kind of recognizing the fact that a year after releasing a bunch of these things, we've collected a huge amount of data. We've run over, well, now probably 850 million ads, and we've had close to 100,000 websites be built in our system, and we've sent out obviously thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of emails. So the idea is, instead of requiring the individual customer to have to figure out how to optimize their website, how to optimize their ads, how to optimize their social marketing, what if we trained our system to do that, right? Like, what if we used all of the data that we have and all the data that we continue to collect to not only automate your marketing, but actually like optimize it using machine learning, using artificial intelligence, so that kind of take all the data that we have and put it to use for our customers, so that so that a customer doesn't have to completely rely on their own skills and their own marketing knowledge. You can rely on the system to take all of the information at our disposal and turn that into optimal marketing for your business. So that's the idea. I mean, imagine signing up, or as an existing user, but imagine like a new user signing up who has never marketed their business before, and they fill in a few simple questions, and then they instantly have a website up and running, and they have their an email campaign up and running, they have an ad up and running, and every day we're recommending articles, videos, surveys, quizzes, images, posts that they can then share on social media to generate leads and drive traffic. All of that can be automated, and all of that can be over time optimized using AI. So it's a very, very ambitious it's a very ambitious project that we are tackling here. I've never seen anything like it ever attempted. So that's what it is, and we're 44 days or so from releasing it. Can't wait. Got a lot of work to do.
Super excited about it. Thanks for sharing, Justin. Serena says, I thought that content marketing was supposed to open up the landing page we assigned it to, along with the article once they opt in. Is that accurate?
So no, it's associated with the landing page. So when someone signs up on the little capture form, in order to access the content, that content, like the contact information, gets added to that the landing page associated, like the landing page list associated with that post. You can't, unfortunately, there's things that you can do on like a desktop browser that you can't do inside of the Facebook, like the browser inside the Facebook app. You can't do two things in the Facebook app browser, right? So what we wanted to do was we wanted to open up the article in a new window and redirect the form to your landing page, which we could do that theoretically on, Chrome or Microsoft Edge, or like a traditional kind of browser. But because so much of the usage of this depends on the Facebook app and the browser inside the Facebook app, where you can't do two things, you can only do one thing, then it made sense that we redirect to the article, not to your landing page, because that's what the user is expecting. They enter their contact information, they expect to then see the article. So we had to make that choice because of the limitations of the Facebook app browser. But mission accomplished, though, because you're still capturing the lead. That lead is still being added to the list associated with that landing page, which and then now that can kick off their your email marketing to them. So it wasn't a big compromise, but we really didn't have a choice because that is the reality of the Facebook environment.
Yeah. And soon, like content being added to your blog section on your landing page will be pretty amazing too.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I skipped that whole thing.
Right on. Just a small reminder.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about it, new user signs up. We're going back to this AI thing. Like, new user signs up, their website's built, their ad is built, their all the things I said before. But then, there's a huge amount of really, really amazing automation that can also happen, right? Like, let's say our system recommends an article. You post it on, Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and then our system prompts you to say, hey, would you like to add this article to your blog on your landing page? And you say yes, because adding fresh content to your landing page will improve its SEO, like search engine ranking. And then the system will say, hey, would you like to email this article out to all of your followers, like to your list? And you say yes, and now you've got a newsletter, right, going out automatically to help continue to kind of build trust with people who signed up on your website, build your brand as an expert, etc. So that's the kind of automation that we're talking about, where a new user not only gets set up with the emails and the ads and the websites and the social posts, but also all the automation that goes with it. So you have a live blog, you have an email newsletter. Like, there's a huge amount of activity that a new customer doesn't have to figure out on their own, right? It's just stuff that the system will do for them. And as we collect data, right, from the customer about what their own audience is responding to, then our system will automatically, not automatically, but we'll use that data to continue to improve the types of articles and videos and marketing posts that we're recommending. So using, like, if this type of article or video gets more engagement from your Facebook audience than this one, then we're going to find automatically, our system will search for more articles like this to continue to maximize your engagement and expand your audience as well. It's big. Like, this is a big deal. This is not like any feature we've ever released, because it's really not a feature, right? It's like a complete shift and elevation of everything that we've built to date.
Right on. Thanks, Justin. Tony says, so anyone that has been with you from the beginning is not considered a founding member because they don't attend the event in Vegas?
Yeah, look, it's our first annual convention. Be there.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Right on. I'm with you, Justin. Okay. Are there plans to make the email campaigns to come from our email addresses instead of the landing page URL?
Are there plans to make the emails come from where? From your email address?
from our email addresses instead of the landing page URL?
No immediate plans.
Stefan is having an issue with his My Royalty section. Stefan, if you have a specific issue about your My Royalty section, the best thing that you could do is hit up support@royaltie.com, or of course, you can always click on the champagne colored button in your account and click on live video chat so that you can speak with our customer support on Zoom, which is awesome. Patel says, can we get a GIF or JPEG of our website so when we send our link to our website, it looks like a legit website instead of just some link someone is clicking?
You wouldn't have a GIF for a website like that. That doesn't make sense. I think what you're talking about is metadata, like basically like enabling metadata on the landing page links, just like we have on the social marketing links and content marketing links. So yeah, that we need to do that. We know we need to do that, and we will.
Hey, Charmaine, so in the email campaign, you can see how many emails have been sent and how many emails are clicked on, or your open rate as well, just by clicking on the email campaign section. So you can find that information there. Maria, I'm not sure what you're speaking about. She just says, can that be edited in case I want to change the website name? You can change the landing page website URL if you'd like. Okay, so I just noticed that emails are sent from my email address. You can, Lisa, when you create an email, you can choose your reply to email address. So if someone replies to that email, you would then get the response to whatever email address you choose. Right in saying so, Justin? Like when you create an email campaign, you put in an email address, you choose which email address you're
you say your reply to address,
yeah. For royalty affiliates, can we have an image category in landing pages and social marketing with specific images we can use to promote royalty?
Can we what?
Evelyn says, for royalty affiliates, can we have an image category in landing pages and social marketing with specific images we can use to promote royalty?
I mean, that we have a digital marketing section.
Are you talking about, Evelyn, are you talking about like logo specific or like things that say royalty on them? Maybe. How many content marketing posts for entrepreneurs? So for, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin. I didn't mean.
No, you got it.
So content marketing posts for entrepreneurs are 3 content marketing posts per week. If you signed up before September 15th, you have unlimited content marketing posts per week. Can that content also be added directly to our website? That's from Isa. I hope I'm saying your name properly. And Justin spoke on that a little earlier on how it will be added to your landing page. So Doretta is saying, can you share more about the blog you're talking about? Will we have a separate tab for blogs as well versus landing pages only?
Yes, exactly. So you will, as part of this giant release, you'll be able to add a blog section to your landing page. And that would appear as sort of like a separate tab as well. So, you know, moving more towards full websites, not just, you know, one page kind of landing pages. So the first thing is going to be adding this blog. Oh, and I asked the team about commissions. They're processing something right now, so it'll be, you know, back to normal. I'm sure, you know, I don't know, soon. But there's this, they're running some kind of a job right now. So if you see your volumes are 0, you're not actually at 0. So just a little bit of patience, and it'll all be back to normal. I don't know, a couple hours, I'm sure.
Right on. This is from Sharon. She says, Will these new websites have a domain unique to the business, or do I still need to point my domain at that page? If not unique, how does that affect SEO with Google?
Well, yeah, we have to assign a unique domain. Otherwise, like, you can't have two websites on one domain. So with the AI, our system will basically just, like, pick a domain, right? Like, probably based on the name of the business that the person enters. But then you can change that domain, right? Like, if you don't like the thing that the system picked, you can edit it. And of course, if you have some third-party domain that you've bought on whatever, GoDaddy, you can forward that to your domain in our system.
Right on. This is from Jerry. He says, might it be possible to add an option for us to simply save a landing page and preview it without going to review? Would be nice to work on pages, edit, tweak before essentially sending it to review and immediately launching. Ads, maybe?
Ads? Yeah, we don't review landing pages like that.
Yeah.
But that's why we give you, like, a live preview of your ad. Like, on desktop, you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, while you're creating it. If I have my own website with a blog section, can these articles be posted there also, or at least be backlinked to my website?
So your external website? I have no idea.
Right.
That's totally up to you. I encourage you to use our landing pages because those are things that we can, automate and optimize for you.
Right? Like, the only way you would add it to your blog section is if you were backlinking using the link that you created a landing page on for Royaltie, right?
I guess.
Sorry. Nerded out for a minute.
Well, like,
okay.
I guess sure, right?
Yeah.
You could.
But you should just
you just have to grab the link to the article and then do whatever you want to do with it from there.
Right. Yes, you can upload CSV now.
Yes.
Oh, can we explain the offer we have for returning customers? And do they automatically rejoin with their old introducer? What if they don't want that to happen? So basically, someone can get started with Royaltie if they have been a former customer. They can reactivate for $30 off of the package price that they were getting, and the starter package would include no activation fee because obviously they've already had an account and paid the activation fee. So if someone has just automatically goes out there and creates their account or asks to be a returning customer without specifying who they want to join with, then of course when they activate, they're going to be placed with the person that they have formally activated with. However, like, people don't own people. If you've been inactive for quite some time and you're looking to rejoin under someone else, we would definitely take that into consideration, but make sure that when you're writing into support, you specify whose team you want to be on. So I hope that helps, John. So I'm new and haven't created one yet, meaning a landing page, right, Maria? So my question is if I can edit it from health to mortgage website. You can edit your landing page at any time. Like, if you want a landing page for health, if you want a landing page for mortgage, or you could just build
more than
multiple
one.
landing. Yeah.
Yeah, we have some people with 250 websites that they've built.
Yeah. Are we able to create an event for the Las Vegas event on our business page, even though it shows we're hosting, or just promote using clickable images? Sure, Jen, you could promote using clickable images or the Las Vegas event on your business page if you're looking to specifically get some guests to go along with you. I think it's a smart idea, for sure. Let me see. Okay, so this is from John. So what did I miss?
Man, some funny comments going on in there.
What? I'm down. I'm like back a ways.
No. Someone's
Okay.
not. I don't know. Not loving my hairstyle today. So, sorry to disappoint.
Oh. In regards to, this is from John. He says, in regards to AI, when the system recommends post and builds landing page post emails, will the same info be dispersed to all those in the same niche or industry? For example, realtors, insurance agents, or whatever industry. They're in the same city, same industry. Will their content be identical? If so, could they change it up a little to personalize?
Yeah, look, that wouldn't be very smart, right? Like that, I mean, that wouldn't be very intelligent. That would be kind of like, you know, I don't know, like just a schedule of everyone getting the same thing. So, look, here's how it works. Okay, when we have no data, right, about like your audience and what they like and what they don't like, then of course we have to use like community data. So like if you have like two realtors starting at the exact same time, there might be some period of time where the recommendations are very similar, right? Because we would be using like data from all of our other realtors to kind of, you know, optimize the initial, you know, onboarding period for the two new realtors. But as we start to see, as the system starts to detect differences in how Realtor One's audience is responding to versus Realtor Two, then we kind of exit that like the initial learning phase and we move into like more custom recommendations. Like it's possible that, you know, Realtor One, that their audience is more interested in, you know, vacation rentals, right? And Realtor Two is their audience is more interested in selling their home, right? And so based on the data that we get from the, you know, that we can just discern from the like how each audience is responding differently to different types of articles, then the recommendations can become increasingly targeted and customized. But on day one, we know nothing about these two realtors, so like early on, the recommendations will be more similar than they will be as time goes on and more data is collected about you know those specific audiences. Okay.
Right on. Yes, Marie, your site would be .now.site. Or Sharon, your site would be .now.site. I love the people. Your hair looks great, Justin.
Thanks.
Well, yes, it will be .now.site for your link. Is there a way to currently accept money within the landing pages for products and services other than the royalty opt-in page?
Nope.
No. Not unless you're like buttoning them out to like
that's like checkout. link to your e-commerce site, right? Like please do that. You know, I think, you know, we talked about this on Tuesday, but I think it's important, right? Like
there it is again.
Big day for sirens. We want to be clear about who we are, right? And the value that we can deliver. And, you know, we want to be careful to not set an unrealistic expectation. And, you know, what we can do extremely well is marketing, right? Which is, you know, we can define that as generating interest in a business, right? And that can be building your brand. That can be, you know, that can be lead generation, right? That can be all like growing your audience. That can be all kinds of things. But it's all about generating interest in your business. Actually turning that interest into dollars is sales. That's very different from marketing, right? And sales is something that, you know, it's not really something that we can have a huge amount of control over because we have no say over pricing, product, process, people, like all the kind of like key things that ultimately result in sales, like turning leads into customers. Those are all things that we really have no control over. And I think in the past, we haven't articulated that difference clearly enough, and we've kind of conflated the two concepts. And as a result, we have, you know, people saying, oh, I didn't get any customers, you know, in my first week, right? And it's like, well, I don't know, right? Like we have no control over the sales process, but we can add a huge amount of value to your marketing, right? So anyway, just on the topic of like sales and e-commerce and all that stuff, it's not really an area of focus for us. And also it's already highly competitive, highly complex, and we've got like our work cut out for us on the marketing side already. I mean, we've got probably 10 years of work ahead of us to be like a world-class, marketing technology business with millions of customers. So I think that we want to try our best to stay clear on this side of the line, right? Focused on marketing. Good question.
Right on. For sure. Thomas is asking if he could visit the office to get his gems up and running, but I'm going to kind of intervene here and say, you know what? Like, everyone can visit the office at any time by clicking on the champagne colored button, right? Just click on the champagne colored button in your account, start live video chat, and guess what? You're visiting the office, and that's part of being a tech company. And so that would be the best thing that you can do, and probably the fastest and most efficient.
Well, and the second part of that answer is about getting your beacons up and running, which is also a really good reason to click that button, because we have a lot to tell you about. The beacons are long gone, but that's a good thing. That's a very, very, very good thing, because what we have today is 1 million times better.
Will more than one email be sent out to older inactive affiliates?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
We have a I think aggressive but achievable target for bringing as many people back on as possible. We did not think that one email would do it. So yeah, we will continue to communicate with inactive customers so that they are aware of just what a perfect time this is to reactivate.
Take Q on that too. Like, I didn't think that everybody saw the very first email. You have to continue to follow up.
Yeah. Like, I think we had I don't know, like a 20% open rate, right? So 80% of people still don't even know what we're talking about, and the 20% that do, right, like they've only heard about it once.
Right on. So this is from Matthew. He said his lists are kind of messed up, so if he decides to manually fix them and I put a contact in a new list, will they get an email automatically if that list has an immediate email attached?
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Yes, is there any way we can ask for a way to delete some landing pages we don't use anymore? There's a delete. You can delete landing pages. Yep, click the delete button.
And if you can't see it, just reach out to support and we'll show you where it is.
Right on. So clickable images are already available. There is training inside. Like, look, the easiest way to get trained is by logging into your account. There's a walkthrough there. When you click on the support button, there's videos there to help you, and then there's also support to help you as well. The cutoff for unlimited posts on the Entrepreneur Plan for content marketing was September 15th. Yeah, people are helping out with how to delete. This is, what's the schedule for translation of our royalty page and user interface to different languages like Hungarian or Swedish?
What? Sorry, which?
What's the? Bleh. Sorry. Okay. What is the schedule for translation of our royalty page and the user interface to different languages like Hungarian or Swedish?
There's no schedule. It's driven by demand. So we've added the languages where we've received the most requests. Like, one person, I'm sorry, isn't enough to cause us to add another language. Mainly because it would quickly become way too many and kind of overwhelming. But we do know where the demand is coming from. virtually all of it is addressed. But if we start to get a big, like Team Sweden happening, right, and lots of customers in Sweden, then of course it's not hard for us to add it because it's automated, right? It's more we don't want overcrowding for of the languages with ones that aren't being utilized.
Right on. Will there come a time where you will bring in a new URL in addition to our .now.site?
I'm sure. But look, remember, .com lasted like a long time before the world started to need other domains. So, I mean, the fact that .com was sort of like it, right? And do you remember like there like when people were like, oh, I don't want .net, I don't want like people didn't want those extensions. They only wanted .com, and it's only in the last, I don't know, like 3-4 years that people have kind of been like, oh yeah, there are other domain extensions beyond .com. So look, the fact that .com lasted for as like sort of like the standard domain extension for, I don't know, 20 years, 15 years, right? Like I'm really not worried about now.site. Like if .com can do it, now.site can do it for a while. But yeah, like and by the way, if I really like now.site, I think we were lucky to kind of get that because it's like it's memorable and it's punchy and it's kind of got a feeling of urgency to it. But if we can discover other really great extensions like that, then I'm like, let me know and we'll register it.
This is from Jerry. He says, will AI be able to assist with the email response system to optimize efficiencies?
Yes. Like there's a ton of really cool stuff that and this is what I'm saying, like this is so big, it's never finished, right? Like the extent that we can optimize small business marketing worldwide using AI, it has no limit. Like we could be here for the next 100 years and we wouldn't be finished, because there's always going to be new ideas and new opportunities. So what we're going to tackle first, like our first major area of focus, is social marketing, content marketing, like that area, because that is the biggest source of leads and traffic and brand recognition and it's the biggest opportunity for our customers by far. Okay, but of course we can also bring AI to your online ads and to your landing pages and to your emails and to other features that we may introduce in the future, right? Like we've said, we will do SMS at some point. We will do remarketing, so and of course you can optimize that with AI as well, right? So it's sort of like this. There's a layer of features, right, that are like right now we're all self-serve, and we can continue to expand like the toolkit of features. Website, email, online ads, remarketing, SMS, content marketing, social marketing. Like we can continue to expand the features, and then the challenge becomes, okay, how do we then leverage machine learning or and artificial intelligence to enhance those features and elevate those features and help our customers achieve results that they could never achieve on their own.
Right on. Victor's asking about being able to schedule an appointment inside of a landing page. And will we be able to do that in the future?
Look, it's easy to schedule an appointment. If all like we could add, and we probably will add, like a date and time picker, right? Like where you kind of pick your, the calendar date, and then you pick a time. That's super easy, right? That like we may do that as part of our 3-point like landing pages 3 over the next several months. More complicated is like complete integration across all calendar functions, right? Like so that when someone signs up, the appointment instantly shows up in the calendar of your choice, whether that's Gmail or Outlook or your iPhone or your Android phone. Like that's hard, right? Like that takes, like there are entire companies that do that. Like that's their only job as a company, right? Is to take an appointment and put it in the right place. So I don't know that we're going to get there because they're already great, like inexpensive free tools like Calendly. We use that, like we use Calendly, and others. So, but I think a date and time picker is something that is like easy, achievable, realistic, quick. More in-depth integration, not so sure.
Right on. Tony says in our dashboard next to social content, can you put a little question mark that has a link to a short video explainer for that category to see how simple it is to set up?
Where?
Like a little question explainer video inside of social content, like a little question that'll open up the video.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, have we added
social
product tour, like the little video product tour to that section yet?
I'm not sure.
We have.
Yep.
We gotta find out. Thanks.
Right on. Thanks, Uncle Joe, for the shout out. Appreciate it. When an inactive customer comes back without a sponsor, will they be added to the Giraffe Club pool?
Yes.
Is there a way to delete uploaded CSV files in bulk, not one by one?
No, I don't think so. Can you? No, maybe you can. You can delete a list, right?
You can delete a list.
Yeah. Yeah, try that.
Is there a timeline on being able to save ads for seasonal use?
I wouldn't say there's a timeline. Like we definitely want to do that, right? Like we talked a lot about like saving drafts of ads and being able to share ads and all that stuff. So that's on. I can tell you that's on the roadmap. Like in the future, right? Like I for sure we're not going to do that in the next 44 days.
Right on. If you have multiple companies, is there a way we can group the landing pages all together so they're not in different places in the back office?
Not currently, but yeah, like just like with email campaigns, we have this concept of or with emails, we have a concept of like a campaign, like a folder where, all the emails for one campaign can live. It makes sense that we would do the same kind of folder structure for, our social media, content marketing, like those posts, as well as landing pages, like letting you group them by business. And, the way that I would like to see that implemented probably will be by using the organization structure more. Like what I don't love right now is I see people putting, if you've got 5 businesses, you put like all 5 of your businesses in the same place, right? Like meaning they're all inside your royalty like organization. Most people don't even know that you can actually add as many organizations as you want and manage them all separately. So if you have 5 companies, you have the ability today to set up each company separately, have separate contact lists, have separate teams, right? It's actually really cool the way we've built it, but I don't think that we haven't talked about it enough, but we also don't make it super obvious at all. Like when you're using the system that is the right way to do it. And that will allow you in the future to be that so much more organized, because then it's like, okay, I've got all of my whatever Arbonne like landing pages and social posts, and I've got my team, and I've got everything inside my Arbonne organization, and I've got my royalty organization, and I've got only royalty stuff here, and I've got like whatever here, and I've got all my whatever stuff over here, right? Like that's actually how we built the system, right? But we need to kind of train more and kind of, I don't know, not just train, but build the system to facilitate that in a more like intuitive, automated way.
Right on. Can an ad pin have a scheduled launch date and time?
No. What does that mean? Mm-hmm. It just means your ad pin is just live.
Yep.
I mean, you have a schedule. Like you can schedule when you want your ad to be displaying, but like you can't just you can't schedule the launch date of your ad at the moment.
Right on. I think we're all caught up here with the questions. Make sure that you guys go to royaltievegastayfree.now.site. We're super excited to see you all there in Vegas. Less than 100 tickets left. I think we're down to less than 50. So make sure that you go to that site and get registered. We can't wait to see you all in Vegas. Big things planned. All right, you guys, thanks for being here. Yep, we can do some training on it, sure, for sure, Dorada. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.